Urgent Washington Commanders fans. Do not miss this. What just happened? You won't believe this one. But before we reveal the big news, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because here, we bring you daily videos with the latest Washington Commanders updates. And to not miss anything, activate the notifications. Hey, Washington Commanders fans, you better get comfortable because today's news is hot, it's buzzing around the league, and it's got everyone talking. It's that time of the year again, NFL free agency is in full swing, and our beloved Commanders are making some moves that could shape the course of their upcoming season. There's a lot to unpack, so sit tight, because what I'm about to tell you might just change how you see your team's prospects for 2024. Now, if you've been following the league closely, you know how important upgrades are in the offseason. Teams are out there trying to fill gaps, improve weaknesses, and build a roster that can compete at the highest level. For Washington, this offseason has been particularly interesting. They've been active in the market, looking to bolster both sides of the ball, but especially their defense. And folks, I've got some news that's going to excite you. Rumors are swirling that Washington is close to pulling off a significant move, signing a former Raiders player, an experienced linebacker, known for his relentless pass rushing and run-stopping ability. Yes, you heard that right. It looks like the Commanders are on the verge of signing a player who has made a name for himself in the NFL as a fierce defender. The deal is reportedly worth around $4 million, which, considering the impact this guy can have, is a smart investment. This isn't just about adding depth, it's about bringing in a veteran presence who has been through the battles, someone who knows what it takes to disrupt defenses and elevate the entire defensive unit. Now, why is this move so critical? Well, let's break it down. The Commanders' defense last season had its moments, but overall, it struggled to consistently pressure opposing quarterbacks and stop the run, especially against more physical teams. The NFL is a league where the game is won in the trenches, and having a disruptive force on the defensive line or linebacker core can make all the difference. This player, with his ability to rush the passer and clog running lanes, could be a game-changer for Washington's defense. And here's the interesting part, sources close to the team suggest that negotiations are well advanced. They're basically in the final stages of ironing out the details, and an official announcement could come any day now. That's always the fun part of free agency, right? When the rumors become reality. But who exactly is this player? Well, he's known for his high motor, his relentless pursuit of quarterbacks, and his knack for making crucial plays in critical moments. His pass rushing skills are top-notch, and he's also a solid run defender, which is exactly what the Commanders need right now. This acquisition is not just about stats and numbers, it's also about leadership. Having a veteran who's been around the league, who has faced top-tier offensive lines, and who understands what it takes to succeed under pressure can be a huge boost to the locker room. Young players, especially those still developing, can learn a lot from someone with this kind of experience. Leadership in the locker room, in the film room, on the field, it all matters when you're trying to build a competitive team. For the fans, this is a very promising sign. It shows that the front office is serious about turning things around, about making a push for a playoff spot this coming season. The NFC East is tough, teams like the Eagles, Cowboys, and Giants have all invested heavily, so Washington needs to match that intensity. They've been making smart moves in the draft, and now, with this signing potentially on the horizon, they're adding a piece that could be the cornerstone of their defensive strategy. Let's talk a little about the player himself. He's a player who's been recognized league-wide for his ability to generate pressure on the quarterback. His sack numbers may not be record-breaking, but his impact isn't just measured by stats. It's about how he commands attention from offensive lines, how he opens opportunities for teammates to make plays, and how he can change the flow of a game in an instant. When you have a player like that on your team, offenses are forced to double-team, which frees up others to make plays. And what does this mean for the upcoming season? Well, if the negotiations go through smoothly, and the player joins the Commanders, we could see an immediate boost in their pass rush. That's crucial because, in today's NFL, quarterbacks have less time than ever to make decisions, and disrupting their rhythm can lead to turnovers, sacks, and more 3-and-outs. For the Commanders' defense, that could translate into more opportunities for the offense, which has shown flashes of potential but needs more consistency. Now, I know some fans are wondering about the rest of the roster. The Commanders have a solid core of young talent. Players like Chase Young, Montez Sweat, and Jamin Davis are key pieces on defense. But adding a seasoned veteran can help elevate the entire unit, especially in high-pressure situations like third and long or goal line stands. Having someone who's been through the grind, who understands how to prepare week in and week out, could be exactly what this team needs to take that next step. And as we look at the broader picture, this move fits into Ron Rivera's philosophy of building a tough, disciplined team. Rivera is known for his defensive mindset, and bringing in a player with this kind of edge aligns perfectly with his approach. It also sends a message to the rest of the league: Washington is serious about competing and making a statement in the NFC. Of course, the NFL offseason is always full of surprises. Just last year, we saw teams make big splash signings that didn't always pan out as expected. That's why it's so important to keep an eye on how these moves develop, how players fit into their new schemes, and how they perform in training camp and preseason. But for now, the buzz is real, and the vibe around the Washington Commanders is optimistic. With the season still a few months away, this is the kind of news that keeps fans excited. It's about hope, about potential, and about the possibility of finally breaking that playoff drought that has been lingering for a few years now. The NFC East is getting tougher, but with smart signings like this, the Commanders are showing that they're ready to fight for their spot at the top. Now, let's take a quick look at what this means for the team's defensive scheme. Ron Rivera loves a versatile, aggressive defense that can adapt to different situations. Bringing in a player who can rush the passer and stop the run gives him more options on how to deploy his personnel. It also allows him to be more creative with blitz packages and coverage schemes. This player's ability to generate pressure from different angles will be a nightmare for quarterbacks and offensive coordinators trying to scheme against Washington. And don't forget, the NFL is a league where health, chemistry, and timing are everything. The sooner this player can integrate into the team, learn the playbook, and build chemistry with his teammates, the better the results will be come September. Fans can expect that the coaching staff will prioritize getting him up to speed quickly, especially given how important he could be for the upcoming season. Looking at the bigger picture, Washington's front office has shown a clear intent to contend. They've been active in free agency, making some strategic signings, and they're also focusing on the draft. All these pieces are coming together to form a team that could surprise a lot of people. The NFC East is no longer just about the Cowboys and Eagles. The Commanders are positioning themselves as a team ready to challenge for supremacy. And, of course, the quarterback position remains a key storyline. But with a stronger defense, the team can take some pressure off their signal caller. It's all about balance, and right now, it looks like Washington is trying to establish a more formidable, balanced roster that can compete on all fronts. So, as we await official confirmation of this signing, one thing's for sure: the excitement is building. Fans are already imagining the impact this player could have, envisioning him making game-changing plays, and helping the team climb back into playoff contention. It's a thrilling time to be a Commanders supporter, and this move, if it comes to fruition, could very well be a game-changer. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential signing? Do you think it will make a significant difference in the team's performance? Are you excited about the possibilities this defense has with this new addition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinions are what make this community great, and I love hearing your insights. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and news about your Washington Commanders, so stay tuned and keep that team spirit alive. The offseason is just heating up, and with moves like this, the future looks bright. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and as always, go Commanders!